Have you ever tried to help someone but then realized that they actually like their problems? You give them the clearest step-by-step directions. They nod, they smile, but then they go back to doing the same old thing. They don't want help. What they want is an audience. It's a hard lesson to learn as a service provider that you can't help everybody. Honestly, I wish that's something that somebody had told me sooner. So I thought, why not talk about it today? Over the years, I worked with some clients that have just left me spinning my wheels over and over again. I've tried every idea, every strategy, every hack. It didn't matter how clear or supportive or thoughtful I was, nothing ever changed. And that cycle really wears you down. It's an exhaustion that you just don't notice until one day you're sitting at your desk and you realize your brain just feels kind of sticky. You can't think creatively. Everything feels just a little bit heavier than it should. And for me, that's when I know I'm approaching burnout. And it's not just that this toxicity makes me feel bad, but it bleeds through into all of my other client work too. It affects my clients who are incredible, the ones who show up and collaborate and trust me fully. But my energy comes from one bucket. And if I use that all on a client that's kind of toxic, it means I don't have enough left to fully support the amazing ones. And on top of that, it follows me home despite my best efforts. Making dinner feels harder. I don't have the patience to play with my kids in the evening. I'd rather just roll over than cuddle up and watch a TV show with my husband. This is one of the reasons why I say this is so important to choose your clients too. It's not all about the money, because one bad apple can ruin the whole bunch. So that's the truth that I've had to learn the hard way. Some people just don't want help. They want the comfort of being witnessed. They want to stay right where they are because changing requires discomfort and vulnerability. And if someone isn't ready for that, there's no amount of strategy that's going to move them. And it's not that they're a bad person. It's just that they're not ready. And it's that lack of readiness that's important for me and other service providers to recognize and say no to. So that's something I'm looking for when we have our discovery call. I pay attention to who's participating in the conversation, who's ready to collaborate, who's had trouble implementing in the past and why. If I can tell whether they're telling the truth about the results of different campaigns in the past, whether they can be honest about what's getting in their way. Because my goal is to choose someone that I can make something meaningful with. I want to work with people that energize me and not drain me. And if you're a service provider, you should be listening to this and making those changes too. If you're listening to me and thinking, yeah, I have a client like that, you can make the change. You're allowed to choose people who meet you with the same level of effort that you bring to them. It's really just about alignment. And if you need to make a change, just be honest and transparent about it. Your creativity deserves that. Your mental health deserves that. Your business deserves that. So no, you can't help everybody, but you can help a few of the right people. And figuring that out will help you save your energy, your joy, and your ability to do your best work. It took me a long time to understand that, but I'm grateful that I finally know better. And I hope you will be too.